7 FM.
Misa, put your hands in the air right now. Wave it like you just don't care now. I know without the shadow of a doubt, there's a me out of here.
We're getting ready to get it on.
Who you are,
Right after this mix down, KO and I will be talking. We'll figure out why he's called KO. Here, enjoy 99.7 up close. I'm trying to introduce him like this. Let's go.
Ooh, but for your mercies, where would I be? Where would I be? Come on, listen to Fifi Folson. He is the best host. This is Cwesi Oteng.
God is by my side, oh. He will never leave, oh. I'm an overcomer. I don't know defeat, oh. Everything I do, every word I say, everything I touch, I just believe, oh. I am next in line for a breakthrough. I am next in line, next in line. I am next in line for a miracle. I am next in line, next in line. I am next in line for a breakthrough. I am next in line, next in line.
What a lovely mix of gospel hits from my guest today on Up Close, Cwesi Oteng, Pastor Cwesi Oteng of Flow River Church. Here on Joy 99.7 Up Close. Yes, and for those of you who do not know, I just tried, and this is not all his hit songs, I try to actually bring memories of the songs that he has blessed the body of Christ with. So you know, far back as 2008, where were you though? And so I started off with Okuraye. That's a Cwesi Oteng song. Well, if you ask me, that's what introduced him to the world of gospel for me. Yeah. And then he had God the bless. Then but for your mercy. And then count your blessing. Of course, he had I win. What's in the background is next in line for a miracle. I guess we're good to go. What would you want me to ask, Cwesi Oteng? Send me a WhatsApp 055 1111 997 055 1111 997. Yes, powered by Joy Entertainment. This is Reason is Jesus Up Close. My name is Fifi Folson, the Christocentric guy. And of course, if all is set, my guest and I will get talking. Remember, we are live on Facebook and YouTube. Kindly share and like, comment. Let's hear from you as well. So let's go talking to Cwesi Oteng. He's been with me here in the studios for a while, and it's such a joy, it's an honor I don't take for granted. Cwesi Oteng, good morning. Pastor Cwesi Oteng, good morning. Okay, well, hold on a second.
Every day your grace they surround me. No reason I'm out, you they guide me. It's your mercies I see and your favor reveal that reminds me, say you they guide me. Where would I be without your love? What would they say if not for you? You've given me a reason to look forward to another day. And every single second I'm reminded of who you are, what you've done, and who I've become.
Put your hands in the air right now. I wave it like you just
Well, I should have a better connection to Cwesi by now. Good morning, Cwesi.
Yes, boss.
Great, I got you. Reverend, shall I call you Reverend Cwesi Oteng?
Cwesi Oteng.
You know, I wrote something down.
Cwesi Oteng.
I wrote something down before we even get talking about Cwesi
Okay.
Oteng and why is C instead of K. I wrote something and I need for you to help me out. Whether you can take something out of this or add some. That's my intro for you. So I wrote down that Cwesi is a child of God. He's a worshiper, recording artist, songwriter. He's a husband, father, pastor, multiple award-winning musician, conference speaker, politician in the making,
Katala
and a
Washata.
radical believer.
Yes,
Which
sir.
one would you add or take out? Oh, you accept all?
I accept.
Oh,
I accept.
I like the last but one.
Which one?
Politician in the making.
Lord have mercy.
Well, we'll talk much about that, but it's a joy to have you. Thank you for honoring the invitation on a
Yes,
Sunday
please.
morning.
Always an honor to
Great.
sit with you.
Thank you.
Yes.
So let's start off like that. How are you doing this morning, though?
Doing amazing.
I see.
It's a wonderful day.
Great. Are you a breakfast person?
No. No.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, but I'm not.
you're not.
I'm not. I think I'm actually also disciplining myself
From what?
to skip breakfast.
So that.
I'm working on my weight. At least, I need some hours so that the body can, digest.
Oh, okay.
I always tell myself there's enough food in me to last me for.
Really? I
days
see.
without
What's
eating.
your favorite food?
I don't have a favorite.
You go with the flow.
I go with the flow.
All right.
have a favorite.
That was just, break some ice. So
Yes.
now let's talk about Cwesi Oteng. Ever since I've known you, I've heard people call you Kill.
Yeah.
But, I mean, your spelling of a name is C.
C.
And then I think that you started a certain revolution. If I got it right, it's like, who is this dude, man? All of a sudden, he's changed the spelling of Cwesi. And what necessitated that, if you want to tell us?
I think back 2006 when Facebook and social media was began. I think it was quite earlier than that, but I went on Facebook to register Facebook, and the name I used for Cwesi, when I typed Cwesi Oteng, then 1,000 Cwesi Otengs came.
Oh, okay.
I said that. I said there. If we go by this flow there, we're not going to, start getting the
you
recognition.
get lost.
Yes, and so
Oh, I see.
I started looking in my spirit for what I could do. Then I decided to change the K to C,
Okay,
because
to see. Okay.
Christ, call, is the same word for K.
Okay, I get you. So that's how you got that.
Yeah, so then I
And
changed it
it's
to
worked
C,
for you for
and
years.
At the time, it wasn't easy because nobody looks for Cwesi with C. But now it's C has become too many that I even want to now change it.
Oh,
Now it's
don't change it.
where you go now, you get 1,000 C's.
I know. It means
I'm saying,
that, it means that you are a
They
pathfinder.
okay that like that. Leave my C for me.
I know.
But now the people are boldly, the musicians are calling themselves, spelling it exactly
How you do it?
with
I
boldness.
think
and
you're a
like it.
trailblazer, and congrats on that. But do you know that you're one of the best gospel musicians in Ghana, Africa, in the world?
I believe so.
Do you know that?
I believe so.
What makes you believe so?
Because of my foundations. I keep telling people that, right from my early, I've been living with pastors.
Okay.
But between the time I was between 7 and 10 years old, I was living with a pastor. Between the time I was 12 and 13, I was living with a pastor. Between the time I was 17
Oh wow.
and 16 and 20, 21, 22, I was living with Reverend Kwapon.
Oh, Reverend Eric Obon, Bishop.
Reverend Arukwapo, I was living inside his house, me and him alone, and his wife.
Oh, really?
Yes, alone, 3 of us. We lived for like 5 years. You know, and
Why were you living with pastors? Was it a prophetic
no,
direction?
For Reverend Kwapo, I actually went to him and I told him that because I mean I was living in my parents' house. I was not like I don't have somewhere to live. I locked a whole 5-bedroom mansion with a boys' quarters and a big compound to go to his house. I told him that I felt like there's this call, and I feel like he is in there, and I want him to train me. And so he said, cool. And so our friendship developed, our relationship developed. Then he eventually asked me to come to the house, and I was living with him. I was his boy.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
So there was a sort of impartation.
Definitely.
Great. Let's look at growing up. Did you ever think you're going to do music like the way you're doing now? Like, was music part of the things,
Not at a younger age, but
Okay.
I've always like read books. Between the age of like 18, I attended a conference by Maurice Arillo at Laboni Secondary School.
Okay.
And
When he came to Ghana, yeah.
a person came to preach, one of the pastors came to preach and talked about reading 1 book a week. And you read 52 books a year. And so from that age, I made it my goal to read a book a week. And so through my learnings, I understood that music is a prophetic tool to change lives, prophesy cultures, prophesy identity, use music to inspire, impart. And so I understood that. I realized that if this skill is developed, we can use it to communicate. And so I took it quite seriously in my learnings and developing of it. I took a different path to, I call some people, I call myself a music student. I say that there's some people are music lovers, but me, I'm a music student.
Okay.
Yes.
I guess that's what informs the kind of music you write.
Yeah.
So your music is from the book.
Yes, I'm a student of music. I learn it.
You do.
I can listen to one song for 3 months. I listened to one album for 7 years, Times and Seasons by Commissioned. That album alone, 7 years. I knew where they were breathing. I knew everything. For 7 years, I was soaking that album.
Why was that?
It was a group of 4 artists. And immediately, anytime I listen to one song, I'm learning from 4 people. And so I start my songs like one. I end my songs like another.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and melodies. And melodies are in my head. If I'm writing song right now, I by the grace of God, I know where to pass. I remember I was playing with a keyboardist, and he asked me, "Do I play keyboard?" I said, "No." He said, "No. The melodies the notes I'm singing, and the things are unless I'm a keyboardist to be able to have those ideas." Then I told him that I copy. Bishop Dark taught me something. He told me that if you want to learn R&B, copy the singer. And so I can take a song and listen to it for months, trying to copy. And that's how many musicians have been raised. I've taught that lesson to many people. And I mean, around my circles, I have very great singers in my circles. Yes.
I know. We'll be talking about that in a little while. For those of you joining us across social media, Facebook, what do you call it, YouTube? Well, Cwesi Oteng is our guest right here on Up Close. Well, did you also know that he's called Hermon Cyrus? Yes. He's Shira. Cwesi Shira Oteng. Hermon Cyrus.
Maybe I should come to the Hermon Cyrus because that the people, they've taken my Bensino.
But, I love the name Hermon Cyrus. It's a good name. Now, Cwesi, let's quickly look at the music scene.
Yes.
I remember when I first heard you, it was Okuraye.
Yeah.
You talked about how you had believed that you had the gift.
Yes.
You went to see Bishop Coupon and all of that,
Yes.
and you were learning along the line.
Yes.
A song like Okuraye, how did you get that song?
That song, I was going through a very difficult phase in my life. My mom was in a situation. My father too was also bringing plenty, situation, and it put me at a very difficult place. As I've talked about it before. But it's all right. Let me not go deep into things. It's
That's
quite
fine.
some deep stuff. But I was then in a situation that, that I was trying to deal with a major thing,
Okay.
and it was in courts because my mom and they were fighting. You understand? My mom was not there. My father said that if my mom is not there, then I should come and represent my mother in the court.
You have blood. Did you represent her?
And it was not a joke that season. My mom was actually not going to be available. And so funding of court situations, sometimes my lawyer does not go to the court, he doesn't come because I'm not able to pay them. And so I would have to walk from Committee 11 to Committee 2 to the court. When you stand in the court twice, your father that has brought you to come and represent your mother.
Did you win the case?
The song, I won it.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I won
So
it.
that's how you got the song?
Yeah, I didn't. The song didn't come because I won.
Okay.
Sometimes I had a friend. I could tell him, say, Charlie, sing. When I'm sitting with him, like when we go to the court there and the judge has not come, then I tell my friend to sing to me. Then he will start singing any song. But during one of the days that I was walking to the court, then I was humming melodies on my way, and that was a song that I was singing. I just had the chorus. Oh, Kuraya, then I was, then I called my friend Kewa, now one of the amazing producers. And many, many years ago, then we entered the studio. Then he produced the first Okurayan. And then we started putting it out, and it was blessing a lot of lives because everybody get their own problem. Our song, is a song of assurance and things. Sometimes when I hear musicians, because if you're a musician, you can easily write about your problems. Some of the songs I've written, like I Win, like bold songs. It has not come from my victories. They were songs I would be singing in my lowest moment, but I was singing the opposite of the situation. But some people would write from that place. Then it's like God has sent you, then you are going to tell you your story. That when I was coming, a shark swallowed me. You understand? When I was coming, the car knocked me there. There's a message. God has written a note that we should go and deliver that note. That note is what we must deliver, not somebody knocked our head, all this stuff. So that's why sometimes people complain, okay, why is this person crying their song? It's all right. It's okay. Maybe that's their way, but much of the songs I've written have come from very, strange places I find myself any part.
I'm going to put you on a pause and look at the songs. I did a mix down earlier.
Okay.
I played a song like God the Bless.
Yeah.
A song like God the Bless. Was it in a low moment?
Oh yes, low moment song. It's a song of prophecy.
Oh.
It's a song of prophecy. I was prophesying.
The cars I drive, they're playing that.
Because there's a principle of speaking what be not.
Okay.
As though they were. And so if I don't have something physically, does not mean I don't have it spiritually. I must have it in my concept. I must have it in my beliefs. I must have it in my conversation. I must have it in my consciousness. Many people are conscious of what they don't have. But I choose to be conscious of what I have, but I may not be experiencing physical. So that's why I had to have a song that can prosperity consciousness music, make people prosperity conscious.
Because you were poor.
Because I was broke. I was not
I
poor.
like that.
And I was not broke.
Mm.
Do you see? I was not poor. Poor is a very, it's a belief. It's not a state. It's a consciousness. It's a belief.
Wow.
Yes. A person may not have $1 million, but if the person begin having a $1 million consciousness, the person is then a millionaire.
Oh, wow.
Yes, because from that time, your decisions, your conversation, where you spend your time, the people you hang with, everything changes.
I see. That's some revelation there. So, all of a sudden, your introduction to the gospel scene came with a bang. In the past, it wasn't like that. You brought a different sound. Were you conscious of really bringing that sound, or it just happened?
It was definite. So, I mean, I had to study the situation. I came to meet a system where everybody was satisfied with the status quo. There was a status quo of a traditional bias. There was a local traditional music bias in Ghana. And if you sing in English, you don't have a future. If you have a certain alignment with global sound, you didn't have a future in Ghana. Of course, you can be great. There were people that were in it and were doing great, but I was not content with us in that box of National Theatre yearly concerts and Conference Center yearly concerts. Then we are happy there, and we were there. We were not nominated for Ghana Music Awards. We were not nominated for things, and we were there. And of course, people wanted to break out, but the system was stuck against them. And so I was not satisfied with that. And to me, I came to boot everything. At the time, people were selling CDs. I was dashing CDs. I could take my CDs to motorway. That every car that passes dash them a CD.
Really?
Yes.
Bold.
When I hear and they invite me for concerts, I could go with 1,000 CDs. That any person that enters, give them a CD, because I was not satisfied. You understand? There was a bias. Okay, there was a bias against the Daninete generation.
Okay.
Let me call it like that. Yes.
Why would you call it like that? You looked up to him?
Oh, of course. I mean, it's like a baton. Reverend Kwapon push. Daninete push. But still, we were popular in churches. And caged there. But you come on radio or something, when they play one song, but it was the traditional or the local vibrations that was happening everywhere. And
was it not because of the culture?
Definitely the culture, but also strategy, because it took strategy to break through. Suddenly, I was willing to pay the money that the secular artists were paying to shoot videos.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you came out with some.
Yes, I was
some
willing to
breathtaking
hire the
videos.
directors that were shooting secular music to shoot my videos.
Did it pay off?
So amazing, but it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy.
Right. I heard you sold your car to produce an album.
Yes.
Why would you do that?
That's how, because who nobody's coming to. Do you understand? And why should I be driving when I have a vision? You get it? The vision comes first. The fulfillment, because I feel it's a God assignment. You understand? When somebody listens to, it's about people. Like the people that are consuming. That's how much God loves them. So he chooses foolish people like us who are willing to do those type of commitments to get the work out there.
I get you.
Yes.
I see. So that's the Cwesi Oteng approach, right?
Yeah.
Your introduction into the world of gospel sought to break something, you're right to say
Yes,
that
yes,
you brought a revolution, you know,
Yes.
and the kind of songs you're like, what do you think about? You mentioned the fact that when you're going through a situation, you speak the word, which is the direct opposite. A song like "I Win." A song like Next in Line. Like, is your target for writing music to get us jumping? You know, like the youth. Hey, let's get a song for them.
No, many times the message.
Okay.
Many times my target or has always been. I'm not. It's not the beat. It's not the. It's not the vision. The message is the vision.
Right.
Aha. But transporting it, I always don't keep it traditional. Being as is, or as people think it should be, or as the church think it should be, or as people, like, nah, I don't like to keep it in any box of any system. Aha. And so we say that that's why I want to make it rock or jam, then we flow there, and it's unrestricted. It's not like, oh, okay, because I gospel in say, and I say because I gospel for in say, or that, or and I came to meet that where like people were beaten, and when people try to lift their head, now then religion will knock them hard, then so everybody was playing it safe.
And then you broke out.
Yes.
And
I stopped doing launching because I did album. I took it to church. Then they call 500 Ghana. Then people are sitting down. At the time, it was 5 million.
People are sitting down. If they don't have what can they do?
They'll call 10 million. People are sitting down. They'll call 100 million. People are sitting down. They'll call 50,000. People are sitting down. I said, why? This thing, we went to record for the Lord, though. Then people don't want to, your friend say,
support.
Like, support. Why are we going to do about it? Did we going to record porn or something? This is gospel. That we've got to record. It's not a bad thing that we've got to do, but why is it that, it's like people want us, it's like it has to come to 5 CD or 10 CD before people want to, like commit to it. Then I said that I won't do launching again. So whilst people were recording albums, I started single releases. I was the first person to start releasing songs one by one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started single releases.
I remember. God the Bless was a single, right?
Yeah, single.
Would you say that's the song that introduced you to the world of gospel?
No, Okurayen
did.
Then we came to But For Your Mercy.
Yay! If you know me, sing me now, song.
Jesus, my days, I could bless your holy name. And with my voice I will sing of your love and your grace. 'Cause I would not be here, but for your mercy, where would I be? Where would I be? Ooh, ooh. But for your mercy, where would I be? Where would I be? Yeah.
I want that part. If you know me, say.
If you know me, say, you be my God. You hold my hand, Lord, you got my back. Oh, but for your mercy,
you are awesome. So,
for don't color, I for no exist. Even when I do you wrong, you stood there for me. And that was a bold statement, Lord. Right? At the time, where you
that was some revelation, right?
Like that.
Even when I do you wrong, you stood there for me.
It was there crowd that people say, hey, Bonnie, I know your way. Okay. But look at a statement like that. Today, it makes sense. But at the time we said, even when I do you wrong, you still there for me. We
wanted to say that revelation.
Truth. Yeah. We wanted to say that.
So you're able to approach songs like this because you research and you read.
Too much research go into a Cwesi Oteng project. My works, when you take Cwesi Oteng project, it is wealth of research, and it's not entirely me. Even the team I work with are experienced researchers, and so all of if everybody bring their excellence on board.
Your tone and your delivery is different. You know, I listen to you, and at the point when you're done songs like "God the Bless" and all of that, you sort to fuse the pigeon, and
Yes.
was that to target the youth?
Yes, it was deliberate because we hadn't seen some before, and PJ was not where people are going. You know, I mean, and we just felt like just turning up that heat to see the trouble we can cause.
So, would you say that even now, from 2008 to now, would you confidently say that you feel that you have really contributed and the sound has been accepted?
Oh, amazing! Of course. I mean, me right now, I'm just enjoying myself.
Right.
If God calls me today, I've served my generation.
You have.
I've served my generation. My name is irreplaceable in gospel music in Ghana. Unless people intentionally, decide to take it out. But the history
is on your side.
History.
No,
my name is on the walls of history.
I don't dispute that.
Whether I work again or not.
You're right.
Yes.
You're right. I mean, having been in this space for 15 years, I can say on authority that you are an enigma. I mean, there's something about Cwesi Oteng. And I want to believe, I asked you that question because I wanted to find out whether you have proteges. Are you building a certain generation that would take over from you? Are you a father now?
Oh, yes, I am.
Yeah.
You see, I'm not, like the idea of father is perhaps misplaced. Like sometimes people think that then I am a man. Yeah, and what I see a lot is that, people think, like Daninete, I don't remember him, dashing me money or going to pay for my video or pay for my songs. You understand? But I recognize him as a father figure, a father.
Because you learned from him.
Because I learned from him. He was doing things that we were learning from. Do you understand? Yes. People learn from my videos. People learn from how I build teams to do things. People learn from it. But, people break through and, may not
acknowledge you.
Or even see someone as a competitor or something. I don't have any competition in gospel music in Ghana.
You don't?
I don't have a competitor inside gospel music in Ghana. I don't compete. I'm not in that vibration because I've never been in that vibration.
Right.
Anytime I try to step into things, I try to take along. You
do. I mean, your Anthems album sought to even bring out some
unknown voices.
Yeah,
people
artists,
are aiming at, recording. Of course, I'm looking at recording, doing some huge projects.
I'm going to talk about music. I want to just veer off a little bit. I mean, lately you've been on a spree of messages. I mean, when I go on your timeline, instead of seeing you on some pictures posing, I see rather some very phenomenal quotes, some confessions. Why is that? Is that a new wave?
Yes, I believe that some of us must begin to see social media. There's too much negativity on social media.
Tell me about it.
To go there and be smiling inside pictures.
I get you.
Yes. I don't know. Too much negativity. People are too negative. Like, sometimes you just can feel the negative energy. People are insulting people. And they say they call I don't want the violence. Like, they say they like the violence.
I know.
And I just felt like, wow, let me be a shining light that prophesies, speak good news into the lives of people. Once in a while, I post a picture of myself, but as much as I can, it must be encouraging words, and people really come to thank me for for the dedication, you know, because I mean every day I'm smiling inside, every day smiling. So that's what, you know. But I feel like I'm blessing people with my
Your quotes.
with my quotes.
So these are your personal generated quotes.
Yes.
From the
I
books
get
you read,
inspired, I read, I research, I check out prophecies that are happening around the world, you know, and I check my spirit and see what the Lord is saying, you know, and we'll move.
Talk of checking your spirit. Not too long, you started a ministry, a church,
Yes.
which was a bold move.
Very.
And it's been said across, you know, the ministry that when the careers of the musicians are seemingly grinding to a halt, they now want to start a church. You know,
It's a
it's a misplaced expression, right?
it's
I want to
it's
find
a funny
out.
religious. It's a funny, devilish, religious thought. You know, it's a very funny, devilish, religious thought.
So tell me, how did church come to Cwesi Oteng?
I've always wanted to serve God. It is the easiest thing I can do. It's the easiest thing. And after being in Lighthouse for over 20 years, what else do I know how to do? You understand? From day one, I've served at the highest levels of church ministry. I've never been a church goer.
Right.
I've never been a church goer. Like we go to church, we dress, then go and sit, then clap our hands, watch the musicians singing, then shout, "Hooray!" Then throw in offering and go home. The next Sunday, dress, go to church. When we finish, go and stand somewhere, talk about the pastor, talk about, the way, do you see the way the musicians? I don't know how to be a church goer. I don't know how to be a church goer. I've not done that before. From the day I entered church, I was sweeping, I was arranging chairs, I was serving in the choir, rising, being choir director, eventually being sent, assisting pastors, building churches.
So this was your turn to move into ministry.
It is my
Graduation.
it is what I know how to do. Like the way people know how to do other things, like going to church every Sunday morning and go and listen to somebody preaching and come home and are inspired. You understand? Me too, what I know to do is the other side of the vibration.
Right. So your church is an independent church.
As it is, it's as is right now. It's not like a pastor sent me to do it. I just
As you were led.
I just felt led to.
So it's Flow River Church.
Flow River Church.
You seem to have
And
loved
I've
this Flow
always
River
had
for a long time.
Flow River is not even. I was telling somebody that it's not something that I decided. Okay, now let's go and call it Flow River Church. From the first day I started, 2006, it's Cwesi Oteng and Flow River Church. You know, so.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Do you deliberately write songs for the church? Like when you're in church, do you? Because I'm asking that because it looks as though there's been a conversation of how, you know, there's been a lot of infiltration, for want of a better word, of other songs coming in. And I'm saying this in connection to the anthem. Yes. I think the anthem is like, even though it's an album for the world, it felt like it was a churchy album. Yes. Was it a deliberate attempt to bring some music to the body of Christ?
Yes, it was, and it is. You know, like when God Bless Me became big, I've had too many people telling me that God Bless Me in Ankrofope. I was so born, you know, like do all the music like that. And I'm like, before God Bless Me came, we were not doing all the music like God Bless Me. God Bless Me became a hit, and so we must change everything. And it's like, so are we looking for? Is it the hits we are looking for, or we are trying to be inspired as we were being inspired when God Bless Me came along? You know, I mean, I meet people. You say, hey, you know, like it's a hip hop. This thing, it's a hip hop. You know, like people try to tag me around hip hop because God they blessed me was, you know, a hit. I say, before God they blessed me, we were singing Okuru Ayen, Yesu Ye Madam Fopa. Do you understand?
Yeah, you're a versatile artist. Yeah,
Yes,
that I know.
You know,
You get reggae. Or,
yeah. You know, when I look into your
I
eyes,
know.
you
It's
know.
just that you can't dance.
It's amazing. It's I just know how to jump. You know? So it's like that. When
Okay.
other songs come, that's where we feel inspired.
You record it.
We'll record it, you know, but never in like a box or trying to position ourselves so that we are, you know. And so anthems came like that. There were songs on anthems, the release that I have had 20 years. Songs like
wow.
It's Just Because of You, because of you, I'm standing here. I've had it for 20 years.
Wow.
But I knew that when I release it at that time, it won't work.
Times and seasons.
Yes, when I knew that when I release it at even God they bless me time, Krana, it won't work because that time we were still breaking through for songs of English nature in Ghana.
I see.
Yeah, to the extent that now, if you're a traditional, like a local artist and you don't want to inculcate some English or some global language or sound and things to your music, you know, it's a situation that must be looked at. But at first, it wasn't encouraged. People would go to studio and say that they are doing song for the Makola people. Yes.
I got you. Now, once upon a time, you went to now President Nana Akufo-Addo's office.
Yes, police. Sir.
What did you go to tell him, or what did he tell you? Because in the intro, I said that you are an upcoming politician.
Oh,
what was the vibe?
When I went with my daughter, which one?
Yeah.
Oh, I presented to him the Anthems album, and I wanted him to know what's going on in the land, that a work like that was done.
Really?
Yes.
And you want to support him too?
That was before.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So you've been there how many times?
Oh, I endorsed him first, 2016. Then 2020 election.
Really?
I endorsed the building of the cathedral.
Why did you do that?
Which I believe should be completed because the agitation against it can let any other president stop it. And so I campaigned against.
Do we need it? Why do you think we need that?
It's a symbol. It's like a statue.
Okay.
So we should ask whether we need a particular statue or not. I mean, it is totally irrelevant to some people.
I see.
It is irrelevant to some people. And it will always be relevant to some people. It may never change. But it is also relevant to some people.
I look forward to perhaps being a part of, maybe being honored to MC your concert at the cathedral when it's built. But it is said that you are seen a lot of times with a secular artist. You seem to be at almost all the events. Why is that?
I have friends that we've dated. Sarkodie is my friend. Do you understand? We meet in studio. Stoneboy is my friend. We've met in studio. We knew each other when we were nobodies. We rise. I'm a gospel. Do you understand? Then I have Kewa. Do you understand? We've been friends for over 20 years. You know, and so when somebody sees us one day and think that maybe I'm trying to associate myself, or no. We
just a friendship thing.
And we respect each other. We and honor what everybody is doing. You know.
You have a problem with the collabo with the secular artist?
I don't.
You haven't done.
Yes, but I don't have. I have, you know, an issue when you are featuring someone that has a bad influence on society, a negative influence on society. Yes, but as much as the person's influence is positive, I'm cool. And I think it's not like I am okaying what somebody should do. My opinion is personal and it's irrelevant to what anybody is doing. It's not like when I say that I'm okay, it means that people, no, that's not what I'm saying. It's my idea, my opinion.
Do you feel unappreciated in the ministry industry, gospel?
Why not? That is the plight of fathers. Fathers will always be like that because the breaking grounds does not come with folding hands. It comes with I've had to fight for a lot of things, and that is and my ways of doing things has not been the ways of that people a lot of people have endorsed, but
Unconventional.
eventually has made ways and opened doors. And so, I mean, it's like that. I don't think that people even know my worth. But always people wait for people to die before they realize that these people are,
What do you need?
But me, I'm not going to die for anybody to come and
Amen.
come and write powerful tributes. The top of the tributes are like 3 pages. Why?
Whilst you're here, what do you need? What do you think you need right now to push your ministry to another level?
What do I think? Of course, it's always been funding, and I mean, God that has been funding me will also make sure that, I'm in the studio as we speak, because like people miss some of the fire. Sometimes I just sit back and also watch, watch what is happening, and we're seeing what will.
If you had a chance to address anything in the music industry, what would that be?
To address anything in the music industry?
Yeah, the gospel, your space.
Gospel. Oh, it will be that just
You need
God
time to
bless
put your thoughts
everyone.
together. Put your thoughts together on that one.
Oh no! I mean,
Let me read some messages. Friday
bless
Champo
everyone.
says, it's a long time I heard from Cwesi Oteng, great guy. Well, Cwesi has a lot of content on social media. Go and find him. Ofosuke Gabriel says, good morning. Okay. All right, you're enjoying. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Yeah. Charlie, that thing when it's live and then some people go online and they will tell you about some medicine and stuff. Endorse it. So police are block all those messages. People say, okay, I'm having a good time with Cwesi Oteng. He's a fantastic artist. Gospels, KO gospel songs all are solid. I just love it, DNC. I believe from Nungwa, right? So, are you putting your thoughts together, Cwesi? I'm asking you. Given the chance to address, what would that be? Is there an issue in the industry you would love as a father figure?
No, I don't.
Because you don't want to misquote that, or
No. I don't. I think people are doing well. There's a lot more decency in gospel music now. First, you had gospel artists who will be throwing insult at each other. You understand? There's so much beautiful things happening.
Do you have friends
A lot.
in the industry?
A lot.
Okay,
Everyone is my friend.
I know, right?
If you post me, I'll post you. If you don't post me, I'll post you.
Oh, sir.
When
And you're biblical.
you say, and you're biblical.
Eh?
Oh, it doesn't have to be biblical. This one is my own. It's not biblical. The dress I'm wearing is not biblical.
Are you controversial?
I'm not controversial. I'm a realist. I think that and I believe in the culture of honor. Yes, that I honor you, I respect you, and I don't think that people must be dishonored because, like, I won't dishonor somebody because maybe their way, I don't understand their way. I don't know if and a lot of people are like that. To dishonor people because maybe they don't like their way. You understand?
I see. So when are you coming out? You're in the studios. How did the anthems do?
Anthems did not do like the noise, but again, I don't think we put myself and my team, we pushed it well as,
Because you didn't have money.
Yes, of course, promotional money is a whole discussion,
I was hoping you were going to address that when I asked you to address it. Someone actually said that when you went to endorse the president and he came to power, it would have been awesome for him to have also asked the ministry to support you.
Yeah, but which ministry?
The one that deals with culture and music and all of that.
Okay, of course. Let's see what
Okay, so
I don't.
There are plans. There are plans in the system, right?
I hope so. I don't know.
Do you think that endorsement has
I
affected your
the
music?
money, the funding that I'm requiring, it's in the hundreds of thousands. Like I'm looking at like $100,000 project.
Oh, wow.
To see what we can. I don't think that we've seen the capacity or potential of gospel music in Ghana yet.
I see.
And it is going to require a certain financial commitment from stakeholders to begin to look into gospel music. And for me, from my heart, if I want to do from my heart how I see it, I mean, my budgets are in the hundreds of thousands.
Over here on Joy yesterday, Showbiz A to Z sought to talk about this. It was a big discussion here, how the churches will have to support and push the artist. I'm hoping that Jodko and the team will talk to you next week, Saturday, to be a part, because we're looking at, how to really solve this problem, because a lot more people need help. And for people like you, it goes without saying. You're doing a good job, and we have a responsibility to also encourage you, right? So I wanted to put your handles out if there's a number you want to put out for anyone who might want to hook up with Cwesi Oteng. Maybe, who knows? Maybe your angel investor is tuning this morning. How do we find you?
Social media, Cwesi Oteng, Cwesi Oteng. All my handles are open. You can DM me. We can flow. We can talk.
Do you now restrict yourself to preaching in church and singing?
I don't know
for yourself at your event, or you can now you go everywhere.
I've been singing. Like I met someone right now. Then he said that somebody told me that you've been preaching, so you don't sing again. I said, wow, music is like walking. Somebody said that you are doing this, so now you don't work again. Yeah, but the music is it's in the system.
It's a part of you.
And I've always been singing.
Yeah.
I sing. It's not like.
And you're open to events.
Yes, right. I do events. I'm on a quite some loaded. This week is going to be quite a loaded weekend. I'm doing quite some events this week.
Time is of the essence, Cwesi. Before I say a big thank you to you, I want you to just share a quick word, something in your heart you want to tell us. The ministry, or ask questions. You have a minute to address us.
I'll just try to encourage or empower any person listening to us that there's a God response to every situation that is present right now that any person might be facing or dealing with. And it's my prayer that God response comes to any person listening to us right now. And I'm calling for sudden shifts, out of the old into the new, out of sickness into healing or health, out of not enough into more than enough, out of darkness into light. God's shift should come, as we're declaring and speaking right now, even shift from expecting fund to holding funding, to do things for God. And basically, I also would encourage people that it is our responsibility to get God's work on earth going. And any person that are doing the work of God. It is a responsibility of all of us that believe in God and the work the person is doing to contribute to see it fulfilled on earth. And God bless anyone that is listening and has made time to listen to us.
Bless you. You didn't put a number out?
Oh.
Oh, someone would just want to maybe send you a testimony.
Testimony.
Yeah.
Okay. Because my email, I don't know.
Because he's afraid to put his number out. Hey, so Cwesi.
I'm not worried about
I know.
it.
So
Me, I can be found.
Anyway. Okay, so look for Cwesi Oteng across social media. Cwesi is CWESI.
And somebody you know knows me.
Yeah, I know.
Very
Find him,
well.
support him, encourage him. Because I want to say a big thank you to you. God bless you
Yes,
for
please.
honoring the invitation to be here on a Sunday morning
Yes,
and being a blessing to us. We ask that the Lord blesses you, increases you, and just favors Flow River Church as well.
Yes,
Okay,
please.
we love
Yes,
you.
please.
Yeah, Ronnie Amante, if you and your wife gifted, you're celebrating 12 years in your marriage. God bless you. Are you congratulations? Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel Magda, and shouts to the resident dictator. God bless you. I appreciate you. This evening at 7:30, I'm going to be live on Joy Prime TV. You know what happens there? Power of Worship. Esther Godwell is joining me on the Power Now. And guess who is coming to Power of Worship? Getty and friends. It's going to be Jamashos. Make sure you don't flip it. I hope I've not left any message hanging. News coming up shortly. Show produced by Michaela. Solid support from Roland. Kofi, thank you very much, your Uncle Savior. The name is Fifi Folson. Thursday, Friday, I'm here. Joy time in His presence, 4 a.m. Let's meet up and have a Christocentric time. Follow me across social media. It's FIFIFOLSON. Fifi Folson. Let's be friends, right? May His grace see us through every life's race with an extra pace no enemy can chase. Thank you, Cwesi Oteng. He and MOG has the song All About You. Countdown, countdown.
Let my hands work for you. Let my voice sing your praise. Let my life live for you. Let my feet run to you. Let my hands work for you. Let my voice sing your praise.
It's 10 a.m.